Good morning to all. Myself Jincy, lecturer from Emmanuel College of Pharmacy. Today we are discussing about the topic role of all government pharma regulatory bodies. First of all, we see the role of regulatory bodies to ensure safety, efficacy, and quality of drugs available to the public, to identify strengths and weaknesses of drug regulation and to purpose strategies to improve drug regulation, to ensure and increase regulatory implementation in non-regulated parts of the world for safety of people. Regulatory bodies of some countries Country India regulatory bodies Central Drug Standard Control Organization, USA Food and Drug Administration, Japan regulatory body Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. Central Drug Standard Control Organization for India. The CDSU is a national regulatory authority of India, has 379 staff members and they work under Directorate General of Health Service of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The heads of CDSU is Drug Controller General of India. There are 6 zonal offices, 4 subzonal offices, 13 portal officers, 7 laboratories under the control of CDSCO. CDSCO approves drugs and conduct of clinical trials, sets standard for drugs, control quality of imported drugs in India and coordinates the activities of state drug control organizations. CDSCO and state regulators together grant licenses for some specialist classes of critical drugs such as blood products, IV fluids, vaccines and sera. Then they rise in requirement and staffing of CDSCU has occurred from 111 positions in April 2008 to 471 positions at the current time. Organizational structure of CDSCU. Then CDSCU for Calcutta, Centers for Disease Control, CAPL, Ghaziabad, Central Indian Pharmacopoeia Laboratory, CDTL, Mumbai, Central Drug Testing Laboratory, and CDT, Chennai Central for Doctoral Training, and NPPA, National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. Then functions of CDSCO: approval of new drugs and clinical trials, import registration and licensing, license approving of blood banks, vaccines, rDNA products, and some medical devices, amendment to D and C Act and rules, banning of drugs and cosmetics, grant of test license, personal license, NOCs for export, testing of new drugs, oversight and market surveillance through inspectorate of center over and above the state authority. Following are the main functions of CDSU. It makes policies and procedure for uniform implementation of the previous provisions of Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940 and Rules 1945. It assists in setting and implementation of standard for drugs, cosmetics and medical devices. It coordinated and interacts with international organizations like WHO, US FDA, European Medicine Agency, Pharmaceuticals and Medical Devices Agency of Japan, European Directorate for Quality of Medicines and Healthcare, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, and WHO Regional Office for Southeast Asia, BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, etc. It controls import of medicines, approval of new medicines and clinical trials, conduct of meetings with the Drugs Consultative Committee and Drugs Technical Advisory Board. Functions as central license approving authority for approval of certain licenses. It maintains drugs testing laboratories for sample testing. It performs inspections along with zonal officers and coordinate actions with state drugs controller under their authority. Then Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission. The Indian Pharmacopoeia is an autonomous institution under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare of Indian government. Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission was established to create drugs standards in the country. Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission issue official documentation in the form of Indian Pharmacopoeia to improve the quality of medicines by adding new and updating old monographs. It also publishes the National Formulary of India, which encourages the rational use of generic pharmaceuticals. Indian Pharmacopoeia reference substances are provided by Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission and operate as a fingerprint for identifying a product under test and its purity as specified Indian Pharmacopoeia. IP establishes standard for identity, purity and strength of medications that are crucial for human and animal health care. And structure of Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission. Scientific body 23 members, an expert committee 13 members, governing body 13 members, general body 25 members, Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission and Indian Pharmacopoeia. Then Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission began operations as an autonomous institution on 1st January 2009 under administrative control of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare India. The Chief Scientific and Executive Officer is the Secretary cum Scientific Director. The IPC is organized into three levels, that is General Body, Governing Body and the Scientific Body, having professionals from diverse fields of science and technology. Then objectives to improve public and animal health in India by establishing authoritative and officially recognized quality standards for drugs, including active pharmaceutical ingredients and excipients and dosage forms used by health professionals, patients, and consumers, to promote highest standards of drugs for human and animal consumption within the practical limits of manufacturing and analyzing technologies. Then functions of IPC: publishing a new edition and addendums of the Indian Pharmacopoeia, publishing the National Formulary of India, functioning as National Coordination Center for operating Indian Pharmacovigilance Program, forming working relationship with other national and international institutions having similar positions, providing certification and dissemination of Indian Pharmacopoeia reference substance. Thank you.